Hello everyone, it is me, Glitch20. No, I am not actually on the game right now. I pre-recorded this. Yes, I sat through this entire thing and waited for it to get done, just so I can record this intro. So, in today's video, as you saw in the title, I'm doing something different that I've never done before. I'm reviewing Project Garry Reimagined. Now, to be honest, this game is one of the... it's one of the more simplified in aspects of it, but it's in a way it works. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm fucking around with everything, but let me tell you that this video is probably one of my, the most... I mean, I've talked to Chumbro about it, like, once or twice, and yeah, I'm doing that as of now. I'm just gonna do it. And yeah, this is gonna be it probably will be one of the more lengthy videos, but it's different. And this is just a disclaimer. This game probably has jump scares, loud noises, and lots of flashing lights, as you can see as of now. And of course, my stupid idiot self probably added those. Oh my. Okay, but I honestly, I wasn't kidding about when I said this game was one of my favorite fan games on Dreams. And yeah, I still stuck with that, because, well, this game, funny story, little story time. When I first played this game, I was actually on the edge of leaving YouTube, like, making games on YouTube. Well, you know, hold on, what? Okay. I was on the edge of not making games, or playing games, for that matter. More playing games. But after seeing this game on True Nightmare mode and how scripted it was, yes, something scripted made me come back to YouTube videos. And although it's still not like that, it's like not everything is scripted, it's still, I mean, in this game it is, but in other games it's not, and I'm fine with that now. I just have to find a way to motivate myself, and that makes this game, I guess, in my perspective, another good game. And as you can see from the menu here, this menu is just a bop. You can probably hear the music, and yeah, it's just a really good, it's a very good game overall. And shout out to Chumbro Bam, or Chumbro's Inc., Lame Game Player 215, and I guess Eogan on Dreams, Eogan267, because Eogan and Lame Game and Chumbro, well, maybe this game would have still been made, but it wouldn't have been the same, that's for sure. And yeah, I guess I don't have anything else to say. Just a little something there. And let's get right back to the video, I guess.
Hey bro, this may be my last call for the week. I have to, go somewhere tomorrow.
So, as you saw, this section is about gameplay. Now, like I said, the gameplay is pretty simple, but it's also very neat at the same time. So, I guess I'm just going to go through the order of how the characters work and everything. So, Mr. Cake, the guy that goes in front of you, which you'll probably see right now, perfect timing, he will basically just do that, and you gotta kind of hold the circle button. I don't know if you're supposed to hold it for a few, like, 0.1 seconds or something, but sometimes you have to click it twice or just hold it. I don't know if that's just on my end or if that's just how it's supposed to work. Then we have Ray, also known as Foxy. That's what he's been known for. He will attack from the right vent. He goes through all the cameras, kind of, and, yeah. He will just attack from the vent while speaking. And then you just gotta shut the vent. Garry, which is pretty explanatory, he will just go through the left vent while laughing, like making laughing noises. He doesn't speak, that I know of. He does have one voice line, but I think I deleted the clip with it. So yeah, you guys probably won't be able to hear that in this video. But if you want to, just check out my older video and you'll find it. Then we have that actually. You guys can hear the beeping, right? I wouldn't consider that a mechanic, but you can't really hear, you can't see what time it is. So basically, when the night's halfway through, that tune plays, and that is another very interesting thing. Simple, but interesting. Now we go on to the cameras. As you see, I'm using the cameras just, for some entertainment content. And it doesn't really have a use, to be honest. You never really have a use for the cameras, except for the generator. The generator will start to try going out, so you'll have to mash the X button 15 times, however times it says, until it reaches 0. Once it reaches 0, you're good, and it'll beep again. It'll go off again. But if you miss the time period, your power will go out and you'll be defenseless. I don't know if Corey's defenseless or not, but yeah. Speaking of him, 30, also known as Corey. This guy is one of, I wouldn't say he's my favorite character, but he's close to it. So how Corey works is actually extremely simple. Basically, if you just he'll slowly appear behind you, sneak up behind you, and when you see him square in the face, you shoot him with a gun. Yes, a freaking gun. I don't know why he doesn't just go back, or he doesn't have any, like, bullet holes from that, but hey, he's a strong animatronic, and that's all that matters. What makes him super cool, in my opinion, is just how he looks. Like, look at that guy. He's insane. But, yeah, that's pretty much all for the gameplay. There's bosses and stuff, but I'll get into that when the time comes. So, yeah, as you can see now, we're getting into bosses. So, yeah, I'll be right back with that, actually. So, basically how this guy works, he is, I don't know why, but he gives me the creeps. So, I don't know if it's just because of the extras or what, but he is a he's a very tall character, let's just say that. There's always something with these robots, or animatronics, or whatever you want to call them. You know, the cake guy, Mr. Cakewalk, he will, you know, roll into your office. Garry never had legs to begin with, so he wasn't always too threatening, but at the same time, he was threatening. This guy, though, he has all of his limbs intact, and he's attacking you with, like, he's just attacking you. Now, with this guy, so basically, there's many ways to deal with him. One way is just blink, and sometimes that overlaps. I don't know if that was supposed to be the intention, but it works still. So basically, he has a hallucination. That's what I'm going to call it. You just gotta blink, and then he goes away. As for this, he takes the form of all characters in this night. There's only one of them, though. So it kind of works like Ennard, like in Sister Location, Private Room. And that, you can hear the ambience probably a little bit. My voice is probably blocking over it, which is what I wanted. And it works. It really does. Like, how he attacks. Because the thing is, he can attack from behind you, obviously. And he doesn't show up on any cameras. He can show up on the cameras, but you have to keep an eye on the cameras on this night. Because, see, if you don't check on the cameras, then you're basically screwed. Now that weird glitch sound, I don't actually know what that's for. If that's just ambience, if that's just, hey, you're completing a night somewhere. But what I think it is that he's getting faster. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, okay, it's just my recording. I was like, wait, what's happening? Anyways, so, and now as you can see, it's getting more vivid. I don't know if that's the right word. It's getting more, ghostly. That's what I would call it. And as you can see, it gets darker, so it gets more challenging to see his eyes. Because by that point, you can't see anything else besides his eyeballs. And you see, you still have to really pay attention with this night, and it's intense. So I know I'm probably rambling. You guys can skip any point in the video if you want to, but this night is definitely one of the more interesting nights of all of them. And yeah, that's really all for this night. It's one of those nights that I just think it's interesting and really sets off for the final boss. On the behalf of Night 5. This makes Night 5 longer. And yeah, it really works. It really brings up the stress factor. And yeah, as you can see, I'm on here, but now we're gonna get into challenges. Now, this night here, sorry, I don't know why my voice keeps going high. This night here is one of the more, well, okay, sorry, challenges, that's right. Challenges don't really change the overall gameplay, as I know anyway. It just changes the way things look and kind of are. For example, this one, Pixels, it just changes the overall look. The next one, I think, is Dark Events. So you kind of have to look through the cameras to see if they're at the vents or not. And it kind of, like, fixes how Garry can't disappear, so you can actually see him. So that's kind of cool. Kind of a throwback to the original. And then the next one is Generator Madness, which basically means the generator goes off and you have to keep pressing the X button, which it sounds easy, but it's actually very difficult in concept. It's easy in concept, but it's difficult when it actually happens. What was it? I think, for the way this game works, like, the next one is Project Area 1 mode, which was declared impossible, I'm pretty sure. Or I don't know if G's beat it or not, but if he did, that's kind of cool. I never got around to beating it. I think it is possible, but I don't have the energy to beat all that. So, for that, I just want to tell you, I think at 3 a.m., or whatever a.m., the, you know, the character kind of, how do I explain this? How do I explain this with fine measurement and detail? Okay. So, how it works is basically at 3 a.m. the character, yeah, apparently the chimes. Thanks, chimes. So chimes basically just go off as the original game. Also another throwback. The next one I think is, I've already played through it, because, you know, it's basically just replaying the night so you can understand him for the next mode. True Nightmare. True Nightmare, I've beaten it once and I've deleted the clip, so yeah, I'm not going to show that, obviously. But it is one of the most intense things I've ever played, and it's scripted, so it's easy once you play it like 5,000 times. But it's definitely one of those nights that you have to pay attention at every single instance, because now all the characters are active at like the max difficulty, including the boss fight. So now you have to worry about all of that. There's no music. There's no music in it at all, so you can focus until like 5 a.m. At like the halfway point, the rest of the characters slow down, but Wally, that's his name, by the way, speeds up. I think his name's still Wally, right? But basically, Wally, still continuously speeds up, in a fact that it's more challenging. And then there's music playing alongside that, and then afterwards you have to wait for a few silent seconds with them all still attacking you. Then you reach 6 a.m. And then you get the most copyrighted, most fever dreamish cutscene I've ever seen in any FNAF fan game. It's seriously the best. I loved it, and yeah, that's pretty much all it for the challenges. I guess now we can move on to another thing, right? I guess. Alright, so when it goes to this game's ending, I think if it's it's interesting. It doesn't need any vocalization, which I think is cool. I don't think all endings need vocals. Sometimes it can be subtitles, sometimes it can be anything. But when it comes to endings in games, this is probably one of the more endings that it could be, oh, Garry's is done forever, or, oh, Garry's is continuing, in a way. So it ends things off in a fine kind of way. Now, obviously, the game isn't ending, I don't think. There's a second game. If you didn't know that, now you know. And yeah, this ending is kind of funny. I don't know why. It's a little funny and more. It's more funny than it's more funny than serious, and I like that. Like him catching the flames. Now, he does return in the second game. Well, I would assume the main guy is Garry. If he doesn't, then I don't know. But now when it goes to this ending, I loved it. I love this game. It very much matches the original game in a remastered kind of way. And yeah, final thoughts. This game was amazing. I really loved it. And honestly, I hope you guys liked it too. This was one of those games that wasn't too serious. And it was also the first game I've also beaten. Now, yeah, although it wasn't serious, I don't know how to explain it. It was, I guess it lacked in certain areas of uniqueness, in a way. I mean, the generator, that was the only thing that was really unique, and the, extras, like, the extra stuff. But what really, like, this game, it wasn't too unique, and honestly, that's fine. No game needs to be super unique and super hard or super easy. It just matters on how much work the person put into the game. Which, obviously, from the special things, I would assume a lot of people, even a plushie put a work into this, or action figure. And yeah, that's my dog. So, I hope you guys liked this video, because trust me, this was one of those videos that I feel like it's unique. Okay, it doesn't make sense. But it's a good video, I think. I think you guys will like it, and happy Halloween if I don't make another video by then. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. The Lich 20. Wait, the Lich 20 out. Thanks for watching.